Receive these warnings through feelings, pictures in your mind, and thoughts that seem to come from nowhere. Each moment of unexplained worry was heaven preparing you for this moment of clarity. Think about the last time you suddenly wondered if someone was okay, when you had an urge to check on someone specific, when you felt strangely nervous about someone's safety. These weren't random anxieties, they were heaven speaking directly to your spirit, preparing you to save a life. The walls between heaven and earth. Thin. When someone's life hangs in. Listen carefully right now. God has sent you this message today. Someone close to you faces deadly danger. This isn't a random video. It's a heavenly message about a life that can be saved. Your screen lit up at this exact moment for a reason. This isn't just another online video. This is life-saving information meant specifically for you. Heaven doesn't usually speak this clearly, but when death approaches someone before their proper time, God sends warnings. Those strange worries keeping you up at night. Those repeated thoughts about someone's safety. Heaven's way of preparing you to prevent a terrible loss. This warning arrives today because you're finally ready to understand it. Recent events in your life have opened your spiritual eyes to see what others miss: signs of approaching danger. This message explains those strange feelings you've been having, the sudden thoughts about car crashes, the worry about someone's health without reason, the bad dreams about hospitals or funerals. These aren't just imagination. They're heaven sent alerts trying to get your attention. You're watching this because you have a caring heart. You notice things others miss. You feel connections others ignore. God sends these warnings to people who will actually do something with them. This isn't something that can wait until tomorrow. Someone's choices right now are leading toward a chain of events that ends in preventable tragedy. Their current path leads straight toward danger that will devastate many lives. This warning won't repeat itself forever. Heaven's window of opportunity is open right now, creating precious time to change what's coming. Early messages were too subtle. Later will mean facing grief instead of celebrating prevention. People meant to receive this message feel a certainty in their chest, a mix of concern, purpose, and knowing that whispers, "This message is truly meant for me to act on." Hit the like button now to tell Heaven you've received this message. This simple action sends spiritual confirmation that you're willing to help save a life today. Heavenly helpers surround you as you watch, waiting for your response. They've been sending you signals, knowing this exact day would come when you'd finally understand the importance of what they've been showing you, right? I hear the warning in the comments. If you're ready to discover who needs your help and how you might save them. When you type these words, heaven's protection starts flowing toward the person in danger through your awareness. You will never receive a more important message than this one. A beating heart depends on what happens next. But there's no time to waste. This heavenly alert expires soon after. That the dangerous events will gain too much momentum to stop. Heaven began sending you signals weeks ago. The warning signs have been appearing all around you. Quiet whispers, trying to catch your attention. Remember how you suddenly thought about someone's safety while doing something completely unrelated? How about that dream where someone needed help? Or when you felt you should call someone for no good reason? These weren't random brain activities. They were heaven trying to alert you before tragedy strikes. Comment. I see the signs now as your understanding grows. These heavenly signals follow patterns. Once you know what to look for, every strange coincidence involving thoughts of danger connects directly to heaven's urgent message. Look back at recent weeks. Have you noticed license plates or street signs that reminded you of someone? Maybe songs on the radio with lyrics about danger or saying goodbye. Perhaps you've seen repeated numbers or kept finding yourself thinking about hospitals or emergencies. Your heart knows things. Your mind doesn't understand your soul. The balance. This warning reaches you today for specific reasons. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Today. This exact moment represents the perfect balance between awareness and opportunity. When you can still change what's coming. Pay attention to today's date. Notice the time when you found this message. These aren't accidents. Specific days. Create openings where futures can change direction. Notice if today's date connects to the person you're worried about. Birthdays, anniversaries, or significant life events often mark important crossroads. Comment. I understand why now. As heaven explains this critical timing, every potential tragedy has tipping point, where prevention becomes possible. This knowledge helps you see why acting immediately matters more than you realize. Look closely at upcoming events. Someone faces dangerous choices or situations. Very soon you'll start recognizing how everyday plans might hide serious risks, although only now can you see these connections clearly. Some tragedies build slowly, then happen suddenly. Others require specific circumstances to align in exactly the wrong way. Heaven sees these patterns forming before we do, which is why this warning arrives precisely now. Think about when dangers increase in someone's life during major life changes, when people feel hopeless, when they take unusual risks, when they travel unfamiliar routes. These moments create vulnerability that heaven can see clearly. Before anything happens, the person at risk stands at a critical decision point that could lead towards safety or danger. Your awareness creates the possibility of influencing these choices through timely words or actions. This message arrives at the last possible moment, when change remains possible. Heaven wants you to know who needs protection. Someone in your circle faces serious danger. Their safety hangs by a threads that could snap without your help. Look for warning signs in the people around you. Has someone recently had small accidents or close calls? Is someone making worrying comments about feeling trapped or hopeless? Has anyone started acting recklessly or talking about dangerous activities? These signals identify who needs your attention most. Comment. I know who needs help. When a face or name appears in your thoughts as you read these words, pay attention to which person comes to mind. First, notice whose safety creates the strongest emotional response within you. These reactions often reveal heaven's guidance about who stands in danger's path. People facing life transitions face greater risks right now. Job losses, relationship endings, moving homes, health problems. These major changes create periods when protection becomes especially important. Who in your life faces these challenges right now as you open your heart to heaven's guidance? You'll gain clarity about who most needs your help. Heaven will help you see past what people show on the surface, to recognize genuine danger. Even when hidden, you might suddenly picture someone's face. A name might repeat in your thoughts. I remember a conversation that now seems significant. Trust these impressions. They often reveal exactly who heaven wants you to protect. This warning targets a specific person. Heaven doesn't send general warnings, but precisely aimed messages about real souls facing actual danger. Heaven shows you what kind of danger threatens someone. Understanding the specific threat allows you to take the right actions to prevent harm. Pay attention to what worries you most when you think about this person. Are you seeing car accidents, medical emergencies, water dangers, heights, self-harm, mental health crisis? Your specific concerns often reveal the exact nature of the threat they face. Comment: I see the danger clearly when you recognize what threatens someone's life, when you imagine the person at risk. Which dangerous situations create the strongest feeling of dread? These emotional responses often contain heaven's exact information about what threatens them. Some people face risks related to their daily activities, driving hazardous routes, working with dangerous equipment, or participating in risky hobbies. Others face internal dangers like despair, hopelessness, or reckless behavior. Some face health crisis they're ignoring or unaware of. Heaven helps you see which category applies here. Some dangers announce themselves loudly through obvious warning signs. Others hide beneath normal appearances and everyday activities. Heaven gives you the sight to recognize both types, creating complete protection. Look beyond obvious dangers to see how ordinary situations become deadly when specific factors combine in the wrong way. A regular drive becomes deadly. During certain weather, common medications become dangerous when mixed. Everyday activities become risky during emotional distress. Heaven shows you these specific combinations because general awareness isn't enough to prevent specific tragedies. Heaven has already positioned help around the person in danger. Angels and spiritual guardians stand ready to act, waiting only for your awareness to fully activate their protective power. You've probably already seen signs of this protection without recognizing it. Unexpected delays that kept someone from being in the wrong place. Lucky near misses that could have been tragic. Last-minute changes of plan that redirected someone from danger. These weren't coincidences, but heavenly intervention already at work. Comment: I joined the protection team to connect with these spiritual guardians. Some heavenly helpers specialize in preventing vehicle accidents. Others focus on strengthening mental health during dark times. Many provide critical inspiration, exactly when dangerous decisions approach. Your acknowledgement multiplies their protective power. Heaven can place helpful thoughts in people's minds, create timely interruptions, inspire others to intervene, or directly prevent physical accidents. When human awareness partners with their efforts, that random urge to call someone, the sudden idea to invite someone to an event, the unexpected thought to share encouraging words, these aren't random brain activities, but heaven working through human channels to protect lives beyond what you can see. Powerful spiritual forces surround the person in danger. Your conscious participation dramatically strengthens this protection, creating shields against harm that wouldn't exist without your help. Nothing in heaven or earth has greater power than love, expressed through protective action. When you join heaven's protection team, you activate forces beyond human understanding. Heaven chose you specifically for this life-saving mission. You weren't randomly selected. You have exactly the right qualities to help in this exact situation. Think about your connection to the person at risk. Do they trust you? Do they open up to you? Can you reach them when others can't? Does your relationship give you special influence in their life? These qualities make you the perfect messenger for this critical warning comment. I accept this responsibility to receive heaven's communication guidance. You'll gain insight about when to speak and when to listen. What words will reach the most effectively. How to approach difficult topics without creating resistance or fear. Heaven will guide your every word if you allow it. You receive this warning because of your unique effectiveness in this person's life. Your specific connection creates perfect conditions for successful intervention that nobody else could provide. Some people naturally serve as heaven's messengers. During critical moments, your current role activates abilities you may not have fully recognized before, abilities perfectly designed to help in exactly this kind of situation. This responsibility might feel both frightening and natural. At the same time, part of you recognizes this messenger role, even when your conscious mind feels uncertain about such serious responsibility. Sometimes just being present with someone creates protective energy without needing to say anything about your concerns. Your awareness naturally strengthens their protection against harm. Even casual conversations you initiate under heaven's guidance often contain exactly the support, encouragement, or redirection the endangered person needs. Most heaven shows you what to do right now. This knowledge turns concern into effective action that can prevent tragedy from happening. Trust the actions that come to mind as you think about the person at risk. Should you reach out directly, share your concerns openly, connect them with about how long this vigilance remains necessary. Some dangerous situations resolve quickly after intervention. Others require extended periods of careful attention. Heaven helps you know exactly how long heightened awareness remains needed. You will develop increased sensitivity to the at-risk person's emotional and spiritual condition. Their energy shifts, mood changes, or thought patterns become more apparent. As your spiritual awareness heightens through this process, protective awareness feels very different from anxious worry. Heaven helps you find balanced attention that protects without creating additional stress for yourself or the person you're helping. Helpful monitoring differs completely from controlling behavior. Spiritual vigilance supports without restricting freedom. It offers protection while respecting personal boundaries. This balanced approach ensures your help strengthens rather than diminishes the person you're protecting. Take quiet moments daily to listen for updated guidance. Check your heart about changing conditions. Remain open to new information that might require adjusted approaches. Consistent, calm attention off and prevents problems that single interventions might miss. Complete protection comes through ongoing awareness rather than one-time actions. Many lives have been saved not by dramatic single acts, but by someone caring enough to maintain loving attention until danger fully passes. Heaven helps you recognize when danger intensifies. Some warning situations grow worse before improv moving, requiring stronger responses to prevent tragedy. Watch for escalation signals in the person you're concerned about. Increased risk-taking, more frequent accidents or close calls. Comments showing helplessness or dangerous intentions. Sudden withdrawal from normal activities or relationships. These changes often signal critical moments, requiring immediate response. Comment: I recognize critical moments to receive heaven's guidance about urgent situations. Some warning signs require immediate professional intervention. Others need intensified personal support. Heaven helps you know which escalated responses match current warning levels. Truly dangerous situations create distinctive energy patterns that your heightened awareness can detect. Trust your heart when it signals that casual concern should transform into decisive action. Some situations suddenly intensify after specific dares. Job losses, relationship breakups, financial crisis, public embarrassments, or personal disappointments can rapidly transform manageable risk into imminent danger. Heaven helps you recognize these acceleration factors. Know when to involve others. Some situations grow beyond what you alone can handle. Professional help, family involvement, or community resources may become essential when warning signs increase. Beyond certain thresholds, pay specialist attention to sudden behavioral changes, dramatic mood shifts, unexpected calmness after prolonged struggle, giving away valued possessions, making statements about permanent solutions to temporary problems. These often signal critically dangerous moments, requiring immediate response. Most tragedies happen not because warning signs went unnoticed, but because people didn't respond strongly enough when those warnings intensified. Heaven always provides escalated help when dangers increase if someone is willing to act as its messenger. This heavenly message reaches its most important point. Now, the greatest truth about this warning shines with perfect clarity. Your awareness itself creates protective power. Your conscious attention to this warning generates spiritual shields that begin protecting vulnerable lives immediately, even before you take specific actions. Comment: full protection activated to complete this sacred connection. Heaven releases its strongest protection surrounding the endangered person with powerful shields against harm that wouldn't exist. Without your participation, your concern transforms into tangible safeguards. What began as worry becomes active protection through your willing heart, joining heaven's intervention process. Guardian angels stand with the vulnerable person. Now, as active helpers, their protection fully powered through your awakened awareness. Receive heaven's promise of complete partnership. Spiritual wisdom guides your protective effort, constantly perfect understanding illuminates each needed action. Your role in preventing tragedy unfolds in divine perfection. As you embrace this sacred response, complete protection becomes possible. Now move forward confidently, knowing heavenly forces support your protective efforts fully. Your intervention serves sacred purposes beyond what we currently understand. Trust the unbreakable promise of heaven's help. Walk confidently in your messenger role. This divine connection ensures continued guidance for as long as protection remains necessary. Lives change forever when someone cares.